Starting his channel in November of 2009, SSundee has made his way to being one of the top YouTubers on the platform. And throughout his YouTube journey, he's made lots of friends along the way. But if you take a look at his videos from a few years ago compared to now, you'll come to find out that lots of the faces that were in his older videos are no longer appearing in his newer videos. And it seems like SSundee now surrounds himself with a whole new group of friends. So in this video, I'm going to be telling you who these friends were and why they are no longer in SSundee's videos. Like and subscribe for more, and let's hop right into the video. In November of 2013, SSundee joined a Minecraft YouTuber group known as Team Crafted, consisting of, in no particular order, Scott is Minecraft, Bajan Canadian, Deadlocks, Jerome ASF, Husky Mudkips, Hermit Plays Minecraft, Seto Sorcerer, and Minecraft Universe. And after joining Team Crafted, the group recorded Minecraft videos together very frequently, growing closer and closer as friends, even getting to the point where they all moved in together. But unfortunately, this didn't last long, as sometime soon, the Team Crafted group would start going their separate ways, all having different reasons as to why they left. But unlike most of the other members, there was no certain date or explanation on why SSundee left, and he kind of just left on his own terms. And to this day, the only Team Crafted member that SSundee still somewhat associates with is Jerome, with him making appearances in SSundee's videos from time to time. But while being a member in Team Crafted, on November 19th in 2013, SSundee recorded episode 45 of his Minecraft series, Super Craft Bros. And this episode would be the first appearance of Lancey on SSundee's channel, who at the time was a Twitch streamer with just under 70,000 followers. And following this upload, the comment section was filled with people stating how much they loved seeing Lancey on the channel, and overall just expressing how much they'd want him in future videos. And after seeing such positive feedback, that's exactly what happened. And Lancey would go on to appear in lots more videos. But unfortunately, like most things, this didn't last. And on July 20th in 2014, the final FTB video, episode 29, would be released. And unbeknownst to anyone, this would be SSundee's final video with Lancey. And this sudden disappearance would have lots of the comment section curious on where Lancey was. But in order to understand why SSundee and Lancey stopped recording videos together, I have to move on to the next and final one of SSundee's friends, who played a big part in their falling out. And the friend I'm referring to is Craner. Before SSundee and Craner started recording videos together, Craner was actually a good friend of Lancey's, and their friendship even got to the point where Lancey paid for Craner's flight from Denmark to America so they could make content together under the same roof. And once Craner arrived to America, Lancey had generously booked a limousine to drive him from the airport to his home. And while Craner was staying with Lancey, out of the kindness of his heart, Lancey would pay for anything Craner needed, including a gaming computer, not expecting anything in return. And he even ended up flying out Craner's girlfriend at the time. But as I was saying previously, Craner was in America, and their plan was to create content together. And for the next few months, that's exactly what they did. But after a falling out happened between SSundee and Lancey, seeing as Craner was his good friend at the time, Lancey decided to talk out the situation with him. But what Lancey didn't know was that Craner was recording the whole thing, and was baiting Lancey by asking him questions to spark any sort of response, such as asking whether or not Lancey thought he could make it without SSundee. And seeing as Lancey was upset at the time, he said yes. And after they had this talk, Craner edited the conversation, cutting out the parts where he'd questioned Lancey, and only included Lancey's answers, and then proceeded to send the video to who we can only assume was SSundee. But around a week or two later, as Craner's visa was set to expire, he had to fly back to Denmark. And after Lancey drove him to the airport, once again, out of the kindness of his heart, Lancey gave Craner a handful of cash. And soon after leaving the airport, Lancey began texting Craner, asking how he was doing and overall just checking up on him. But after a few texts were sent with no sort of response, Lancey sent one final message, and this is when he realized that Craner had blocked him. And shortly after Craner had gotten home, he'd start strictly recording with SSundee, pretty much leaving Lancey in the dirt, uploading episode 1 of Sky Factory. And moving forward, they'd record plenty of other hit video series together. A few examples being their Lucky Block challenges, 100 Ways to Die, and the very obvious one, Sky Factory. And over the next few years, SSundee and Craner would hit massive milestones together, but this would only last up until the day of September 11th in 2019, when SSundee and Craner would upload their last video together, being a Fortnite challenge with SSundee, Slogo Man, Nico Vald, and Craner. And after this video was uploaded, Craner wouldn't appear on SSundee's channel anymore. But you're probably wondering, where did Craner go and why did SSundee stop recording with him? These were everyone's thoughts up until July 26th in 2020, when SSundee uploaded a Sky Factory Factory video, in which he stated that he and Craner didn't record together due to time zone differences. And while Craner was busy recording with Jelly and Slogo Man, SSundee was busy recording with his friends. And after hearing this, everyone thought this was odd since time zone issues were never a thing in the past. But whenever you fast forward a few years, you'll make it to April 7th in 2023, where Craner had appeared on a podcast known as 2/3, hosted by Jelly and Slogo, where he talked about why him and SSundee stopped recording videos together. And what ultimately had happened was that Craner was unhappy with how things were going, and seeing how he was bad at confrontation at the time, he kinda just left, and started recording with Jelly and Slogo instead of with SSundee, and they both just went their separate ways. But on this podcast, he also took full responsibility for what he did to Lancey, stated that he felt very bad about it, and at the time he was overall just young and immature. He also stated that although it took some time, he actually reached out to Lancey, apologized for everything, and cleared everything up, which soon prompted Lancey to take down a video he'd made on Craner in 2020. And although it's sad to see that none of the people I mentioned are still recording with SSundee, it seems that there's no bad blood between any of them, and ultimately, they all just moved on with their lives. Do you want any of these old friends to make appearances in SSundee's newer videos? Let me know down in the comments. And if you did at all enjoy this video or just want to support the channel, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. And with all of that out of the way, have an amazing rest of your day, and I will catch you all in the next one.